welcome to my video. I don't know where your life is at the moment, but I just want to say to you, if you're watching this video, you liked the title that I placed on here, you are welcome, and I want to bring value. Please engage, please comment, please post any questions, and let's grow this thing. I want to support you and I want to set people free, particularly those of you who feel like you are trapped in this comparison trap. If you are feeling like you're not moving forward, you're not making progress, the mistake could be, I'm not saying it is, it could be, it's because you're comparing yourself with other people. It is a huge mistake for all of us. Been there, done that. It's a huge mistake to compare yourself with anybody else. There is nobody like you. This is not cliche. This is not me trying to butter you up or anything. There's nobody like you. There's nobody who thinks like you. There's nobody who can do what you do the way you do it. There's nobody who can solve problems the way you do it, the approach you have. But you have to start cultivating, start developing how you do what you do, your writing skills, your email writing skills, your blog, your social media, your YouTube channel. You have to just get started. Your first videos, by the way, are really going to be rubbish. You won't get a lot of views. And if you are inclined to feel like, oh, I posted a video today, I should have 1,000 views by now, that's a mistake. I'm going to explain some reasons why, because it's important to understand what you're working with. Yes, it's important to understand what you're working with, what your leverage is, what your tools are, the type of people you're working with whatever you are trying to accomplish. So let's go back a little bit. Let's break out of that comparison trap. Yes, comparison can paralyze you out of your ideal lifestyle. Comparison can paralyze you from taking even the basic action. Comparison can paralyze the best version of you. So I'm going to set some people free. Yes, we're going to look at that. So here it goes. Number one, we're going to talk about this because I've just broken down a few ideas to help you. Yes, you have to decide on your own, taking inspired action without any pressure from anyone. Give yourself that space of freedom. Give yourself some headspace and think, what will success really mean for me? What will feel really great? What will make me feel proud about myself that I've accomplished this? What do I need to start doing? Let me give you some guidelines from years of experience of working in healthcare, working with people, and just doing life. Look at some things, look at your own family. What are the things that you wish you had in your family? Yes? Do you want a family that is not as toxic, right? Toxic behavior. People who complain all the time but they don't offer any solutions, or even willing to support somebody who comes up with a solution. Toxic family behavior, always arguing about the same thing but never coming to some sort of resolution, some way forward. Yes? Toxicity, afraid to discuss issues, concerns, a gag order, family secrets, yes, that are unhealthy. So you have to start looking at your family and think, what are the things in my family? Because families, we carry habits from our families. That even when you're trying to make a change in your life, you want to improve the quality of your life, it could still be affecting you, right? So I'm discussing this topic primarily because I love helping and supporting those of you who want to build a personal brand, because you are transitioning from a professional lifestyle to starting your own business. You have decided, you know what? I feel unappreciated. I feel like I don't have much to contribute to this company anymore. You are in that season in your life where you're like, you know what? There's nothing more here for me. And you're no longer inspired. Those are some of the clues. You feel bored. You start being a troublemaker. You start gossiping about everybody else. And you could even be part of a charity or an organization. You know the season is over because it's just, there's no more stimulation for you. You know that even if you change your perspective about it, you just feel like I could be doing more. And the challenge could be you may be feeling afraid to step out of your comfort zone. So you have to think about it. Do you want to stay in your comfort zone for the sake of it, or do you want to go on your life adventure? Yes? Do you want to stay in your comfort zone, which could be boring? Yes, it pays the bills, it supports you, and there's a plan for that. That's part of the things that I can do when I work with you, to create a strategy and a roadmap, right? Real stuff where you get real results, so that by the time you walk away from your professional career, your corporate job, whatever career you have now. I'm particularly good with people with a healthcare background, because that's actually my background. I worked as a registered nurse for many years. Then I transitioned into being self employed, did all sorts of things online and offline. And then now I have a focus on marketing, strategy, coaching, and my own projects. I have a shop online, and I've got my own little projects that I'm building and working on. Then I realized how many other people feel isolated and have struggled the way when I started. You know, the challenges I had, how hard it was. And on my journey, I discovered there's an easier way. It is better to be part of a like minded group. You know, you already know this. It's better to be part of a team of people with the same mindset, moving in the same direction. So that's my offer to you. You know, get in touch with me. There'll be links somewhere down below, and we get started. There's a course that you can be doing all by yourself. It's like a program, a guideline that you follow. And it's not like me teaching you drop shipping. No, it's a unique way that I created from my own journey, how what I had to do to overcome the mindset, the conditioning of a healthcare background, to set myself free and just like feel like I'm soaring, I'm flying, to step into my creativity, to step into my best ideal life. You know, even this morning I was working with a client who's also a good friend of mine, a dentist, and we were doing a video because I'm supporting her with the marketing so that she can attract more people to her business. She's got a practice here in London. And I decided to do that in the park. And she said to me, I can see you're really enjoying the sunshine. I was like, yes, it is the life I chose. I decided I don't want to feel restricted to a place. I want to be able to work anywhere in the world, any location. And it took courage. It wasn't an easy decision, and it came at a price. There was a cost. And there were times it was really hard, it was tough. So I had to go through all that, navigate the emotional turmoil, the upheaval, the upset, you know, even with my family. And so, what I'm trying to say here is, as you're listening to my video, you may be thinking, okay, I think I have been watching other videos, I've been watching other coaches, and I've been learning the lessons, but it just doesn't seem to work for me. It's because all of us have the right people that we can work with, that we do the journey together, we follow through until we get to our desired goal. Okay? One of my methods, I'm not back going back out, I'm coming back to what we started talking about. How to escape the comparison trap and really just get on your life adventure. What I wanted to add to that is my approach. This is just free for you. Is I always challenge my clients and potential clients, people I work with, and this is not a client as in it's working together. I'm like a growth partner. I'm working with you to accomplish what you want to accomplish. It's co-creating. It's a spiritual aspect. Yes, I'm also a person of faith that I have so much conviction that what I'm doing will bring the results. It's a spiritual, eternal principle. Nobody can change that. When you're taking action, you are taking the right action, you will see results. So I have a very deep conviction about that. And I've seen results happen in my life. It's been on so many years. So my approach is think about where you want your life to be. And this can take a while. One of my current clients, even after 3 months, you know, still struggling, not sure. But after about the fourth, fifth month, it was like, I feel clear now, I think, where I want to be, what I want to accomplish, because we're working through all the technical stuff. But there's a lot of unconscious, subconscious heart issues that stop people from taking action. And you could be in that place. Instead of asking somebody else to do all the repetitive, mundane tasks, you might feel like I have to control every activity of my business, which will actually slow you down, right? So it's a mindset. It's giving yourself the freedom to learn and to realize it's a false, It's a false idea that we can control every moving part of what we're trying to do. We have to bring different people to help us, to support us. I use social media. Sometimes I get somebody to do something for me, help me with this list, send me out this list and all that. So that's where coaching really helps. It's not coaching as in you don't know what you're doing, it's to be a co creator with you, to help you to accomplish your goals, to help you to stay accountable, to stay on track. And so there is an investment because you have to promise yourself, you know what, I'm committed to this, I'm going to do this. And here it is, let's go. Yes? Okay. So there's a link somewhere down below. Get in touch with me and I will work with you. I have like a 6 month and a 10-month program because things don't happen as fast as people want them to be. It can take some time. But there are some things like generating leads where you start seeing results. It can happen in the shortest time possible. It can be in 7 days. You notice for yourself, oh, okay. Because you need that for momentum. You need that to feel excited, like, oh, this is going to work for me. And that's what will give you the courage to walk away from the full-time job that you have, that it's no longer inspiring, it's draining, the environment, it doesn't work for you anymore. You don't see any opportunities for you anymore. So, be decisive, make a decision. You don't want to live with regret that you didn't make the decision. Okay? All right, so let me go back to escaping the comparison trap. Do not compare yourself with younger people or older people. That's a huge mistake. Okay? Do not. Your only comparison is you versus you. Who you used to be yesterday, 5 days ago, a week ago, a month ago, a year ago, 5 years ago. What kind of person do you want to be? Or let's imagine you're in your 90s, right? Let's slow down a little bit. Imagine you're in your 90s. What do you want to look at in your life and feel, wow, I'm so glad I did this. I'm so glad I did that. What kind of person do you want to be? Do you want to be this person? Because I worked in healthcare, remember, many years, and I saw people who live with regret and they're bitter, they're cynical, and it's really sad to see. And I had to go to great lengths to inspire them and encourage them to see what was positive in their life. And that's not easy. But here it is. From a healthcare point of view and mindset, prevention is better than cure. That's why I do these videos. And so, what would you want your future self to feel like about you? Because that person is going to show up, ready or not. That version of you is going to show up, ready or not. While you're busy, this may even sound harsh, but here it is. While you're busy wasting time with things that don't matter, spending time with people who don't matter, who don't even really care about you, they don't really support you from their heart, while you're busy wasting time dating the wrong people, trying to compare, or living a life of rebound and relationships, or busy watching your children to support you later instead of transforming your own life, while you're busy watching your partner or somebody else to bail you out, while you're waiting for a kind of savior, time is going and you're getting older. And this is where the challenge comes in to make the decision. Who do I want to be? That is why coaching helps, because a coach will help you even see things you may not be aware of that you're really good at, and you can monetize and build a company around that. You could be an electrician, you could be a gardener, you could be a plumber, you could be a teacher, you could be a nurse, you could be a tutor, you could be a lawyer, you could be a dentist, you could be a GP, you could be a doctor, general practice, or you could be a junior doctor, you could be a senior doctor who's nearing retirement and you feel like, you know what, I need to do something different before I retire. I want to plan for my retirement. You can plan for the best adventure of your life because you've spent most of your years, just in the hospital life, right? It is never too late to be the person you've always wanted to be. That is where this marketing comes in, this strategy, how to build your personal brand. A lot of you have so many years of experience in your field. Why not create an adventure around that? Because even now, maybe you're listening, you're like, okay, I don't know what she means, but do your homework for yourself. You'll find people over 50, over 60, starting a whole new career for themselves. Just do your research and then come back to me. Yes, come back and say, Coach Meg, I'm ready. Because my part is to help you to create a structure and a strategy and the things that we need to be doing. Because I've been in the online space for a while, and I have some understanding of social media. Even today, I keep myself up to date with what's working, what's not working. So that's one of the ways that I can help you. So let's break the comparison trap. Do not compare yourself with somebody else. It's always you versus you. And that in itself is really empowering when you think about it that way. Because all business skills are learnable skills. Any one of us, young or older or young at heart, you can learn how to generate leads. Any one of us. If you can't do it, you can pay somebody to do it. If there's something you don't understand, just do your research here on YouTube. A lot of people will tell you as they were building their personal brands, they hired a coach to help them to stay on track. Because you need somebody who has a different perspective, who looks at your challenges from a different point of view. Yes? Okay. So, how do you break the comparison trap? Really, let's break it down. Number one, decide what your standards really are, what matters to you. And that takes courage. That is you deciding, I'm an individual as a part of the whole collective, the whole society, the whole human race. I'm still an individual, and there are people like me who like, what I care about, it, what matters to me. You could be into philosophy, you could be into you're a scientist, or you could be into so many different things. You could be into relationships. That's the thing that you care about. What matters to you? What hurts you the most? What are the things that you feel like, I need to make a difference in the world? This really ticks me off. It's probably because it's part of your purpose, it's part of your life assignment, and you've probably been working in the wrong job most of your life up until now. And that's where you have to start doing your research. What can I start doing? What resources do I need? And a lot of things you can start for free. You don't need a lot of money. Yes. Building your personal brand, you don't need a lot of money. All you need is to understand what tools are available on the market, also known as leverage, to help you to accomplish your goals faster, yes, without taking too long. Okay, so number one, understand and decide what progress will mean for you, what will success mean for you. And let me add a little bit to that. Let me just give you some support. Maybe you are your people skills, which is a huge, big skill. Wow. I'm going to run through this list really quickly. It's taking longer than I planned, but anyhow, moving on. Decide, am I somebody, how are my people skills? Am I really critical? Am I able to work with people of so many different cultures? Because that's how you make your world interesting, adventurous, where, it's up to you. You can decide. There are people who prefer to just be around people they know, and that's the world they know. But I kid you not, life is more adventurous when you have associates and contacts from all types, all backgrounds. It's just like, okay, I had no idea about that. And it just gets you back to that childlike passion for life. Because as you're learning from somebody else's background and perspective, it's like, oh my word, I had no idea. Yes, it just makes life interesting, and you have to decide. Then, number two, remove distractions. Because sometimes we fill our life with things that have got nothing to do with anything. You have to decide. When you remove those distractions, replace them with a reward. Yes? Say, for example, self-medicating because of something that hasn't worked out. There are some things, all of us, you cannot control it. So you have to decide, how can I replace those moments of always just nursing my wounds, mourning about it, and self-medicating? How can I replace that with something that is going to empower me, energize me, maybe start running, take on a new challenge? Yeah, so take on a new challenge, because that will be part of your personal growth, and it will just be exciting for you. And that quickly connects to increasing dopamine activities, things that make you feel good, that make you feel inspired, things that perhaps before that negative event that set you back, that is holding you back, before that event happened, it could be divorce, it could be maybe something the doctor said. What are the things you can start doing now that if you had the time you could do it, and how can you do it at a pace that works for you? Because there is something, I kid you not, on my own journey and just working with people. When you start challenging yourself and when you start challenging your assumptions, what you believe about yourself. Ooh. It's almost like you're dismantling this house that you built, right? And that can be challenging because you've built an idea of yourself and now you have to dismantle that. And I have to be careful how I say that. Don't do this just, you know, be kind to yourself, be patient. It's a process, yes? Be kind to yourself. And it's not necessarily dismantling all of you, it's just removing some, like Lego bricks, like, oh, that, like Jenga, when you play that game of Jenga, like, oh, this is not right. I've been wrong about this. It's me that needs to change, okay? And you have to decide what that is. Okay, and then one of the ways, okay, before I forget this, I started this list because I wanted to say, to also add, to break yourself from the comparison trap is start creating joyful moments around all the activities that are going to make a difference in your life, that are going to help you accomplish your desired goals. Yes? Because planning is what helps you to increase your chances of success, of achieving your goals. So you have to plan. Okay. So intentional location. Create an environment for you that inspires you. Put some background music that is motivational, inspiring. Put some background videos. I usually play some like the most amazing places to visit in the world. It's playing in the background like when I'm thinking, my eyes go onto the video screen and it's showing me some places in the world. I take that, I break that pattern. I'm thinking, I'm creating, my coaching program or a strategy, or I'm writing something, or I'm doing some research. And so you have to be intentional about that because I love inspirational environments. So that doesn't cost you anything, right? Okay. You could also go to a park, like I said, like today, go to a park, the environment, everything. Go to a quiet park, I must say. You don't want to go to a park that is just like, oh my word, some parks is too much. So you have to decide. You have to decide. This is where you give yourself permission to be happy because happiness is an inner game, guys. Happiness is from within. Nobody can create that for us. Happiness is you decide and you give yourself permission. This is what makes me happy. This is what gets me excited. My family members being naughty in the background. So you have to decide what are those things because sometimes this is what I realized because of my healthcare background, right? Sometimes I was around sad situations, somebody's lost a family member, and it's very sad to be seeing that all the time. So unawares, I was also creating a life where I'm always in this loop of, the next day somebody else, something has happened, or so it's like your whole life is around sad things, yes? And you can only be positive for so long, as positive as I am. And as much as I am an action woman, motivated, but I realize this is not healthy for me. So though they say, oh, you need to take regular breaks, I had to decide for myself, my personality, the person that I am, I had to start planning my exit strategy. So you have to decide what is happiness for you and create that. Then another one is daily meditation. This habit is powerful. I cannot even kid. Oh, daily meditation, affirmations, visualization. Oh, setting your goals for the day, goals and activities that will move you forward in your goals, yes, and what you want to accomplish. Then regular fun exercise. Don't do exercise that is going to make you feel frustrated, like, oh my goodness, I'm not good enough. No, start little. Start little. It may just mean walking. It may just mean walking around your block of flats or apartment where you live. It may just mean doing some, aerobics in your apartment and challenge yourself. In fact, can I challenge you? Do this maybe on live stream and do it for 90 days. Because it will just make you think like, oh, if I start this and I stop, I'm going to embarrass myself, right? So challenge yourself. Because I kid you not, when you start doing things that challenge you, your future self will thank you for it. I didn't know this in my, on my earlier part of my journey, this journey I'm on now, that there are times I look back and I really have a really loud laugh and I'm just laughing so hard. Some things that I did were scary, made some decisions that were scary, at the time. But now I look back and I'm like, it's like a reference point when I'm facing a challenge even now. Like if I could overcome that, this is a piece of cake. What Goliath, what giant? Get out of my way. Yes. So, facing your fears now is preparing you for future fears, future challenges. And every time you overcome something, that's how you become stronger. That's how you build character. You decide, this is what I stand for, this is what I care about. Yes. And that's how we build rapport with other people. The more genuine and real you are to who you are, not this fake authenticity that's been going on. No, 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 no. I'm talking about, it's hard to respect somebody who you don't even know where they stand. It's people can walk with you for a while. After a while, it's like, I don't really care. And those of us who are building generational changes and patterns, we are in it for the long game. We play the long game. If you're up to all this just short, I just want quick results, that's all good. That is important. Everything in context. But long term, Warren Buffett mindset, Ryan Serhant mindset, we're in it for the long haul. Then overall health and wellness. We were talking about this actually with my family member. Having come from a healthcare background, start optimizing your sleep. Yes, you're not a machine. Nobody is. Do you know why quality sleep matters? Go and check the Sleep Foundation. Do your own research about sleep. It is free, it doesn't cost you anything. You create an environment where you are resting well, you have a routine. It's something that I talk about, and I've got a class on that. You will be shocked how your body repairs itself, how you feel great about yourself. Because it's important to understand what's my issue. Why am I not focused on the things that are going to make a difference in my life? Why am I in a job I don't like anymore, that doesn't inspire me anymore? Why am I in this, and I'm not talking about just walking away from something you've built. Make sure if you're walking away from a career, it's because you're going to build something way bigger, that you're going to double, triple, quadruple your income. Why else? I mean, why walk away from a career you've invested so many years and then go to nothing? Like a little pension? No, thank you. And finally, believe in yourself. Yes, finally, believe in yourself. You don't have to compare yourself with anybody. If you've never heard it, if you forget anything I've said today, I want you to believe in yourself, and I want you to understand comparing yourself with anybody else is not a smart game to play. You lose a lot of time, you have unnecessary stress, you panic, you have this low moods because you're watching what other people are doing and you feel like you're not doing anything. They're doing better than you. There'll always be somebody doing better than you. And there'll always be somebody not doing as well as you are. You may just not be aware of it. Okay? This is a time to celebrate who you are. This is a time to support who you are. This is a time to support yourself in the best possible way. Not just because somebody says it and it's the right thing to do, but like just taking your life on a new adventure. Because otherwise, why else, right? Life is an adventure. We take our pain and turn it into passion. You take your passion and turn it into profit. Yes, and not just for the sake of it, because you realize that though we rise by lifting others, we use our skill set, what we've learned from our journey so far, and you create an income from it. You create an adventure. And then, more importantly, you surround yourself with people on the same journey. So, listen, get in touch with me. This will be your best adventure ever. And it's going to challenge you. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be so worth it. It's going to be so worth it. But it's up to you. What are you going to do? If you want to know more and you're like, Coach Meg, I'm ready, there's a link somewhere, comment below. Coach Meg, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go, Coach Meg. What's it going to take? Because remember this, what is it going to cost you if you don't make a change now with your family, with your relationships, with your health? If you don't make a different decision, what is it going to cost you? What is it going to cost you long term? And this is not a light decision. That is why I highly recommend, I always advise this, start part-time. Start on a weekend. If it means 3 days of the week when you're working on your new business, do it like that. And can I also say, don't just copy what other people are doing. I'm unique in the marketplace in that I talk about an approach that's completely different, but you will have to sign up to discover that. That's free, I have a pre-consultation where we discuss what you're trying to accomplish, where you're trying to go, because I want you to own 100% where you're going. That's where the power is. So listen, thank you so much. Look out for my next video. There's more videos that I've put out on here, and this helps me to grow my channel. If you see anything that is helpful on here, share this video, send it to somebody. It could be life-changing. There are families who need the right support. It could be the mom or could be the dad. Send it to them. There are families, there are people, there are parents who feel discouraged. They feel like they can't keep up with social media. I've got a strategy for them. Parents who feel like it's too technically challenging, you don't have to worry about that. All I need for you to bring to the table is your skill set. If you're a pilot, you're a doctor, you're a dentist, you're a teacher, you're a nurse, whatever your skill set is, all I need you to bring is your skill set, what you're good at, and then we're going to start working on building your personal brand. How to make sure you're showing up in the right places where the people who need your products and your services, which we're going to talk about, because you're going to create some digital products that people can buy, right? You can create a roadmap to help people who are struggling to try and get into the career that you've been in for years. You know, there are people who want to learn that. So listen, this is going to be an adventure. Get in touch with me and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.